Let's see if y'all gonna fuck with me today. It's a Monday and it's middle afternoon, so y'all might be at work. But I follow and have a lot of entrepreneurial friends, so y'all might be at home. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm finna get on y'all ass again today. Y'all ready? Okay. So I was just having this conversation and I started getting into why women, especially, and this is not just about women, but why women especially are so bitter and why people are so bitter when relationships end. I don't understand why we can't end and peacefully and be centered about something that's supposed to be agreed upon, but whatever. Why are we so bitter? We are bitter because now this is going to be an accountability session, so if you don't want to be held accountable, it's not the conversation, because this one's going to hurt. We are bitter because we make our own conscious decision to put ourselves to the side, put our goals to the side, put our dreams to the side. We make that decision on our own. We don't talk to our partners. We make that decision. And we also don't make it a deal breaker. See, some things are deal breakers for me. So if I have to make a decision and that decision is not viable to the relationship, then that's a deal breaker because I'm not willing to give that up. But we make a decision on our own without discussing it with our partner. And then when our partner achieves whatever it is that they're going to achieve, or they do whatever they want to do, or they no longer want to be with us, we feel as though they are indebted to us. They owe us something. How dare he not want to be with me after when he decided to go to law school, I went back out. I ended up working 2 jobs to support us, and I got him through law school. I'm the reason he's XYZ. How dare he? What? Those all sound like decisions that you decide. That's stuff that you decided to do. And if you had something going on your own and you had to put your dream or your goal to the side, you made that decision, that man don't owe you. Y'all feel after I put in 10 years. Okay. Which is something you decided. You did that. That's on you. And we make decisions, and then when things go a certain type of way, we want to hold our partner or whoever our partner was accountable to the decision that we made. Because understand, if that man needed to go back to school, and that meant whatever you had going on would have to stop. You have a dream of being whatever, and that has to stop. You got to put your dream and your goal to the side, and y'all don't have a plan on how you guys can both accomplish this dream because y'all are in a relationship and that's what y'all should be discussing. How come only one of us can achieve our goals? But you made that decision. And if that person doesn't support you guys coming up with a plan on how you both can achieve, it is your responsibility to consider that a deal breaker. It's your responsibility to say, well, that's not going to work for me. Because this is my dream. This is where I want to be. This is my goal. That's not going to work for me. That's how you compromise. Compromise doesn't mean you just always are sacrificing. And then if you decide to sacrifice, like you make that decision to just sacrifice what it is that you want, how is that the other person's fault? You didn't have to do that. Well, I had to if I wanted to be with him. Well, you made that decision. You thought being with him was more important. And when he got to where he wanted to be, or he met somebody else, or whatever the case may be, being with you was not what he wanted to do. Like, honestly, I don't do me no favors if I'm indebted to you because you decided to do something for me that I didn't ask you to. I never once asked you to give up your dream. I just said that whatever. And if those things don't go together and we're not honestly trying to see how we can succeed together, we don't need to be together anyway. I would not be with somebody that told me that I couldn't go after what I wanted to go after because he doing what he doing and he need me to support. What relationship is that? Y'all get helpmate confused. Y'all get helpmate confused on both sides of the board. Because men, these women aren't put when you're giving your helpmate, that doesn't mean that she do all the work for you or she is she's not your workhorse. But women, you should understand a helpmate will support, but we gotta help each other. Like, and instead of being bitter and upset, be in a relationship that is conducive to the person that you are. Because for some women, that will work perfectly. That fits right into what they want to do. For a woman who says, I've always wanted to be a housewife, I don't want to do anything. You got it. There you go. But y'all have to have honest conversations about who you are as a person and stop getting into relationships and dealing with people that aren't conducive to the things that you want out of life. And now y'all want to get divorced because y'all had unmet expectations that y'all didn't discuss with each other. All that man ever thought about his whole life and what marriage means to him and what being a husband means to him is that he works a job, he come home every night, he take the trash out, he does the manly shit around the house, and he chill. Football on Sundays, y'all got a house, y'all got a dog, y'all got kids, he there. That's what his future is. That's what he sees his future as. He's content with that. That's his happy space. Is that your happy space too? Is that what you want? Is that the life you want to lead? And if it's not, stop holding on to these people that are good men but not good for you and don't fit into and aren't conducive to your future. Then you want to divorce him because he didn't provide you with the life that you wanted, because his idea of providing and your idea of providing are two separate and completely different things. His idea of making good money and your idea of making good money are y'all not having conversations. And then y'all have the nerve to make someone or want someone to be indebted to you for the time and the energy that you gave them, that you chose to give in a relationship. I don't understand. You know how I feel about my old relationships. We both made decisions. We both made a series of decisions And any wrong that I may have felt, I seen it. I decided to continue forward, and it wasn't a deal breaker for me. But you have to set deal breakers. And when they present themselves, you have to have a deal breaker going forward. You need to have honest conversation and know who you are and know what type of life you want to lead. That's the only way you can honestly have communication. The issue is y'all talking, but it's not effective because neither one of you know who you are. We're not developing as humans. This is all self-development. Self-development is nothing but honest communication with yourself. That's it. It is nothing else besides that. Because once you have honest communication with yourself and you realize certain things about yourself, it then turns into, all right, I got to fix this. I really got to fix this. Okay, Brittany, that's not cool. If that's not who you want to be, you don't want to be that person, change it. But that honest communication with yourself will also allow you to understand how someone needs to treat you in a relationship. So when you start to see those things, you can say, these are deal breakers for me. This is not going to work. And then you have that conversation with your partner. If that's somebody who honestly wants you in their life, then they're going to now have to self-reflect. Do I do that? Is that how I act? Is that what I do to this person? I don't like that. I need to correct. And if they're not willing to do that, correct that, they've already shown you who they are and you already know it's something you cannot do. That's not conducive to me, my energy, and where I'm trying to go. And it's okay for that to be a conversation. And as adults, y'all, we're having this conversation, nobody should feel some type of way. We break up with people and y'all can't even speak. They can't even see you. They dodging you. You don't even go there because that person goes there. Why? If you're two adults who had a conversation and decided that this was not conducive to either one of you, what's the problem? Because we don't know how to talk. And what's even dumber in how you know we don't know how to talk is when you have people who go through divorces, bad breakups, all this crazy ass shit, shift their whole life around, and then years later, they finally have grown up and self-developed and have a conversation, and they get back together. That is crazy to me. When those are conversations that could have been had over time, and it could have been fixed and adjusted. Making this bitter because you've made decisions in a relationship. That's on you. Don't do me no favors. Please, don't take it upon yourself to sacrifice. If it's a sacrifice for you, like real talk, don't take your time to sacrifice for me. Because there's some things that's some deal breakers for me. I'm not giving that up. Y'all crazy. My dreams. Y'all give up dreams for people. You gave up your dream for them. That couldn't have been your dream. You can't want it bad enough. You can't want it bad enough. And that goes for your kids too. That's not just the partner, because y'all do the same thing for your children. I would hate for my mom to look at me. My mom wasn't, she was going to do what she wanted to do regardless, okay? So let's just say that. And there's a non-toxic way for you to do it, y'all, because that was toxic. But there's a non-toxic way, and we'll get into mother and daughter relationships a whole nother day, because I'm going to dig in y'all ass about that. But y'all do it for your kids. That doesn't feel good as a child for your mother to look at you and say, I gave up my dreams for you. Don't make that sacrifice. Why did you have to give up your dreams for me? How come you couldn't still go after them? You're giving too much. And then bitter. Women wishing they didn't have kids because they had to give up their dream. You didn't. You just had to make it work. It made it a little bit harder, okay, but that's also because you made choices. There's more ways to not have kids than there are to have children. So you made decisions that led to something else happening in your life. And now you feel like that means you have to give up. No, that just means that you made decisions. There were consequences. This is what happened. This is your situation. We still moving forward. But y'all get too much, you're emotional. You can't get rich being a bitch, period. You can't change your plan every time something happens in your life. You will never achieve anything. You will never get there. And before you know it, your big dream becomes a small reality. You don't even think that big no more. Nah, people I've had conversations with about their goals and their dreams, and haven't spoken to them in maybe 3 or 4 years, and speak to them 4 years later, and that dream is not that big anymore. Yeah, I figured, you know what I mean, I'll just go ahead and work my way up the chain at my current job. I done been on the job for about 5 years now, so I'm just gonna go ahead. When I met you, you was talking about opening your own business, and you was talking about 6 figures, and you were talking about million. You know, we was talking money. You done deduced yourself to making $75,000 an hour. Next thing you know, you deducted to 38. Yeah, I'm about to get a raise and that. Small reality, small vision. Because you made decisions, the plan shifted. No, the plan is still the plan. You just may have to take a different route, but you still got to get there. You still got to go. Who cares how much time it takes? But you know you going to get there. That's better than it taking a whole lot of time and then you end up realizing you went nowhere. You in the same place. Honesty, y'all, we got to be honest with each other, honest with ourselves, and really and genuinely be okay with that honesty. It's okay. The truth hurt. It do. But I'm going to tell y'all what feel good. What feel good is once you've done the work and you realize who you've become and you've seen some things be accomplished and you realize that all of that shit that you have been through is not for nothing. I think it hurts to look back and be like, I went through all of that. Got all these lessons and I never got my blessing because I didn't get through it and I didn't move on. And I didn't stay on track. If you stay in position, you don't have to get in position. You will get what you're supposed to get, period. When you make a wrong turn or something happens, if there's traffic and you're using your GPS doesn't change your destination. What does it do? It reroutes. You still gonna get where you need to go. You don't change destination every time something happens on the road. So why would you do it in your life? Why would you do it in your life? Who like that's insanity, y'all. That is being crazy. If my goal is to get here, that's my goal. So if something happens, okay, so boom, I can't go left, I'm gonna go right. But if I go right and I come up around, I can cross over on that street, I'll still get to where I need to go. We don't say, oh, well, damn, I can't even go over there. Why? I'm just gonna go somewhere else. What? What you mean? If you just stay the course, you could still get there, and you may still get there on time. No faith. No faith. None. Real conversation, y'all. I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. It was for somebody. So hopefully if it wasn't for you, you'll share it, and maybe it's somebody in your friends list, or maybe somebody on their friends list. I mean, it was for somebody, and I just had to go ahead and let y'all know what it was. So I got in y'all ass just a little bit. Love y'all. Y'all have a good day.